Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Hope you guys are having a great day today, folks. And you're starting off with a beautiful day, actually. It's supposed to be nice in the 80s all week long. So I hope you guys are having a great time. Thanks for joining us here at Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, folks. Bottom of the screen, check it out. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. And to give us a call to book a show at 847-769-8609. And every show we dedicate to the first responders, the doctors, the nurses, the firemen, the policemen, people in the military, farmers, teachers, and most of you people for watching every day. We really do appreciate it. It's going to be a great week. We've got a great show for you guys. And the format has not changed if you're watching it for the very first time. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have guests. Tuesday, it's just me and you. Thursday, my lovely wife, co-host Laura Ocean is with me on Thursdays. So it's a lot of fun. Now, I just want to say, let's get to some details. We have a great guest on today. My good friend Jackson Snelling is in the house, folks. Indiana, entertainer, singer, songwriter, fantastic country music artist, gospel singer. He's just great. 20 years old, this kid. He's fantastic. And we're going to talk about his achievements when he was on American Idol and a whole bunch of great stuff about this kid. So make sure you stick around and for this great show. Now, let's get to some details, folks. Let's talk to our sponsors, of course, McCampbell Law Group. That's McCampbell Law Group, Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, a statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. Give Roy a call at 708-275-4264. Tell him Tony O sent you. Also, folks, let's not forget our good friends from Deutsch Power Center, Great Lakes servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. If you're into that construction and diesel industry, Sal and the guys, this company is great for you. They've been around 100 years. Give them a call at 224-276-6550. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Let's not forget my wife's company called Laura Ocean Solutions, credit card processing while reducing credit card fees. If your company runs with credit cards and trying to get rid of some of those hidden fees, that's the perfect thing to do. Check out her page, Laura Ocean Solutions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some more sponsors here. Let's not forget Airtight Windows, siding specialist, family owned for 30 years. For honesty and quality, do it right with Airtight Windows. It's very simple. Give my buddy Lou a call at 708-788-5000. Airtight Windows. And I'm going to get all the commercials out now, so I don't want to interrupt our interview with my friend Jackson there, folks. Don't forget Don Esteban Cigars out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. Hand-rolled, baby. You can get those cigars hand-rolled right to your door, right to your house. So it's very worth the deal to give Javier a call at 727-366-7536. And last but not least, folks, Trico Hair Experts, recreating great hair days for men and women and kids. They're right out of Rosemont, Illinois, 773-999-7888. All right, now there's a couple ways you can see the show. Right now you're watching it on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. You can also, at the end of the hour, I forward it and I play it back on my personal page, the Mo Carrara page. But then you can also go to Twitter, bottom of the screen. You can see the show live there. And you can also see the show live on YouTube all at the same time. Subscribe to our channel, Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. So before we bring Jackson on, let's say hello to some of our friends in the audience today. We have Lana Payne. KJ's in the house. Albert from the Ron Onesti organization. Mary, how are you all doing? Daryl Armenstad, the professor. How you doing, my good friend? Daryl, check your text. I sent you to Texas. Danny Ramonde, great saxophone player. Danny, how you doing? Hello, everybody. Screwed up again notification. Carol, it's up to Facebook. They got to let you know. But thank you for Tina St. Angelo. How are you doing? Santa Barbara, Michigan, Indiana's watching, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia. Hello, Kathy Kunda from everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit. All right. So yesterday I had, let me tell you what we got coming up, a couple of dates. Now, tonight we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle. That is a 7 o'clock hit with Jerry Jams Renda, outdoor seating. It's going to be a lot of fun. Friday night will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg. That's with Jerry Jams. Saturday will be at the wonderful Taverna on Division outside patio in Melrose Park with Tony Toto, Jerry Jams, the main event band. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of good stuff coming up, folks. And don't forget, Ron Onesti's Taylor Street Italian Fest is alive and well, and it's happening August 11th through the 14th. Now, we'll be there Friday, August 12th with the main event band on the main stage at 8:30 that night on the Friday. So we're very excited about that. And the big show we got coming up on August 14th is for ALS and Steve Mongo McMichael of the Chicago Bears. ALS, a horrible, crippling disease that there is no cure for. And this benefit, all the money goes for ALS and, of course, Steve Mongo McMichael, which we're trying to get him into the NFL Football Hall of Fame. A lot of celebrity Bears will be there. A lot of people will be there. That's going to be at Bourbon Street at Marionette Park on Sunday, August 14th. And we have a lot more shows, but let's forget about that for now. What's more important right now, Mary, how you doing from Tennessee? How are you doing up in Tennessee? Hope you're doing well. It's beautiful in Tennessee. Yeah, love it out there. So it's good. It's fun. Now, yesterday, folks, I had the night off, and my friends Mistaken Identity were playing at the Franklin Park concert in the park, and they're also part of my other band called Mojo's Jukebox. And we went in there and we sang a couple songs in the park. It was a beautiful day. Started up at Rivers Cafe. Great seeing Jimmy and the crew over there at River. And then we went to see my good buddy Ron Great from The Great Escape in Franklin Park. So it was a great day, and thank you, Dave, for that, and seeing Mike Restivo and the boys. It was a lot of fun. And seeing Albert there and Jerry Jams and, of course, the General. It was great seeing you guys. Yes, that's right. So, Rosemary, how you doing? I hope you're doing well, you and Seymour. We got a great guest for you guys today. And I also remember the guest we had on Monday, my friend Tina St. Angelo. She's starring in the hit off-Broadway play called The Sound of Music, which is running at the Naperville Theater through the end of this week. So it was great having her on. But let's talk about the guest we got today. I met Jackson maybe a couple years back. Now, mind you, this kid's 20 years old. And St. Nick Saha just said, look, we got a guy that we know. His name is Jackson Snelling. He's a great singer, great voice, songwriter. And he was part of the St. Jude's benefit that we did in January at the Carter Theater. And then we did it again in Des Plaines. Great kid. Was backstage with us and having some laughs. And he's just an incredible voice, this guy. Let's give you a little run. He's from Indiana, folks. He's 20 years old. A singer-songwriter, pianist, piano player. 21 American Idol contestant, was back in March. That's pretty cool. Josie Award winner for the Entertainer of the Year 2020. The GMA Video of the Year. He's got a brand new song called If I Only Knew. The new record LP is called Storytellers. And we're going to talk to him. So let's bring him on without any further ado. All the way from Indiana. Great country singer, little gospel. This guy does a little blues. This guy's all wrapped up in one package. And he's 20 years old, folks. So let's bring him on, my good pal, Jackson. How you doing, buddy? Can't hear you, my friend. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear your audio, buddy. I am all the way up, so let me see. I'm all the way up. So can you hear me? I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. We're trying to get Jackson on, ladies and gentlemen. We just can't get his audio on. I can't hear your audio. So let's see if you get back in again, Jackson. Let's try it again. Jackson Snelling, everybody, country western artist, country star. Trying to get him back on again. He didn't have any audio with him. And we'll probably see you tonight, brother. Tony Toto, I'm excited to see you too, brother. You just got a day off. Congratulations. We're waiting for Jackson Snelling to get his audio working here on the show. Let's see now. All right, let's try. Get out, Jackson. See if I can bring you back in again. Let's try this now. All right. I'm going to bring him back in. get out and see if we can get him back in here. We are trying to get Jackson Snelling on. He didn't have his audio, and now we lost him completely. Jackson's phone might be muted. Tony, the guy, hi, Tony, my good friend Jackson. Maybe your phone is muted, but it doesn't look like he was on his phone. It looks like he was on his laptop. So, Jackson, get back in there, buddy. We're trying to get him on. Ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We're trying to wait for our guest, Jackson Snelling, to come on. 20-year-old country singer, gospel blues. He's just a fantastic artist and great guy. So hopefully we're trying to get him on. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit till we get him back on the show. You're watching. Here he is. All right. So let's see if we can get him back on again. Say something. I still don't hear you. Is your phone muted? I don't know what to tell you. Jackson, we are on full. Everything works on this side. So it's on your end. It's on your end, buddy. And we're not getting any voice and volume. The laptop might be muted too, Jackson. You might want to check on that. This is Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. And, when you're doing live Zoom stuff like this, sometimes this stuff happens, unfortunately, and we're just trying to get Jackson on. He had the visual, but we just can't get his audio, and it's definitely on his end. So he's got to check that out in the meantime, folks. Hear the story. Yesterday we heard the tragic story of, not the tragic story, but another actor, TV actor, movie actor, Tony Dowd, died of cancer of 77 years old. Now, this was all over the social media yesterday. He was part of the Leave It to Beaver show back in the 50s. You should try his phone. Rosemary, maybe Jackson, maybe you can get on the phone and maybe you can get on your cell phone and try it that way. We're trying to get Jackson's Snelling on. Hopefully you'll get back on again. And so we can get him an interview. He's just a great guy. I want everybody to know about him. And anyway, Tony Dowd, until he gets this thing wrapped up here, Tony Dowd, Leave It to Beaver, 77, died of cancer. All of a sudden now, I seen on a post this morning, and I don't know if I'm crazy, now his wife said he's not dead. So maybe somebody could confirm this, because it was on Facebook this morning that he was not dead. Even though it was all over the news yesterday that he did pass away from cancer at the age of 77 years old. So while maybe somebody's looking into that, I don't know if Jams is watching. We're going to tell you some other shows coming up. August 4th will be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington. Yeah, we did mention Paul Servino yesterday, Michael. Horrible. Once again, highlighting the importance of good sound man. Yes, Ron. Well, like I said, sound mans are very important. You're absolutely right. But this is a Zoom live call, and sometimes this happens. I don't know what it is, but we're waiting. If it was on the news this morning, so no, he's not dead. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Tony Dowd from Leave It to Beaver, 77 years old, is not dead, even though it was all over the news yesterday that he was dead, but he is not dead, actor, according to the news today. Mars, September 20th. No, Dick, Mars is August 20th. Mars is August 20th, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, not September, August. And it's also Pier 290 is August 13th, Lake Geneva dates. So, Dick, it's not September, it's August. Okay, so Kathy just confirmed it as well. She heard he's not dead. So Tony Dowd from the TV show Leave It to Beaver did not die, even though it was all over social media that he did die. So let's see. So crazy stuff. Coming up on the 6th, we'll be at Moretti's and Hoffman Estates. On the 7th, we'll be at the Taste of Elmwood Park with the Ocean's Rat Pack. It's going to be a 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Reported that he went to the hospice now. Unfortunately, likely will be soon. Okay, so, but as of right now, he is not dead yet. So there you go. He is in hospice. Okay, thank you, Roseanne. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Tony Toto. So he's in hospice, but he's not dead, even though his wife thought he was dead. So if his wife doesn't know if he's dead or alive, then there's really a problem. All right. Anyway, Taste of Elmwood Park from 1 to 2 in the afternoon with Ocean's Rat Pack. And then later on that afternoon, we'll be at the Speakeasy with Ron Honesty Speakeasy for Sinatra Sunday. Also, we're going to be during the day, Thursday. I've never done the Speakeasy luncheon during the day. We're going to do, I think it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on August 4th. And Ron puts together a little luncheon, and it's like $35 for lunch and a show. It'll be the first time I'm doing it. So it'll be kind of cool August 4th. So I'm excited about that. All right, let's talk about some other stuff if we can. This basically, if we're trying to get Jackson Snelling, if we're still trying to get him on, for some odd reason we can't get him on. He came on with his visual, but he didn't have his audio. So we're going to have to, hopefully he can pop back on and figure something out, Jackson, if you're out there. We're trying to get him on. All right, Mario Puzo, the great writer of the book The Godfather, says the Italians have a little joke that the world is hard enough that an Italian man needs two dads, and that's why The Godfather was invented for the Italian men. I always wonder where The Godfather came from. I'm not talking about The Godfather movie. I'm talking about the godmother, Godfather, when you were a kid, why that happened. Okay, now maybe we got him again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring him on. Let's hope. Fingers crossed, we got Jackson Snelling. Jackson? I hear nothing, babe. I don't understand what's going on here. Is your phone muted or is your laptop muted? Nothing. Okay, I have you all the way up. I cannot get his audio, folks. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, this is so frustrating. So frustrating on both our parts because I want everybody to let you know about this kid, amazing kid, Jackson Snelling. And it just doesn't seem like we're getting his audio, ladies and gentlemen. So while we're trying to figure it out, let's see if we bring him back. Hopefully we'll try to get him on again. We're just not getting. All right. Jackson, what do you think? You think it might be able to work this time? Let's see if we can bring him on again. Give me a vocal. Wait.
Hello?
There you are. Say something.
Hey.
Hey, there he is. Finally. Jackson, how you doing, buddy? All right, quiet, Zoe, quiet. How you doing, buddy? We finally got your audio. Okay, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me do another proper introduction, ladies and gentlemen. My good friend Jackson Snelling, ladies and gentlemen, 20-year-old singer, songwriter, piano player from Austin, Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. He was on American Idol 2021 back in March. Very cool. Voted the Josie Award Entertainer of the Year back in 2020. Also, he's a JMA Video of the Year. He's got a brand new song called If I Only Knew. And he's got an album, an LP from a 20-year-old kid. An LP called Storyteller. Very cool. He just got back from Dallas and Michigan. He's just been traveling a lot and putting the show together. So, ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure having my friend Jackson Snelling on. Jackson, how you doing, buddy? Now I lost your audio again.
You lost it?
Oh, there it is. There you go. Now you're back.
Right here?
Don't move. Yeah, talk. Stay exactly where you are. Go ahead. Say something. Make sure you got it again. Now I lost you. Now I got you. Now I got you. Stay right there.
Got you.
You keep cutting it. You keep cutting in and out.
I keep cutting in and out?
Yeah. Stay right there. Okay.
Okay.
How are you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
You know, I think the delay is happening now. We're getting a delay, so you. Okay, so Jackson, I'm glad to have you on the show, man. We try to get you on. 20 years old, singer-songwriter, country, gospel, blues, everything that you do, my friend. Let's just find out. Were you born in Indiana?
Yes, I was.
Very good. You have a big family?
Not really. It's just me, my mom, and my brother.
Very cool. Now, who was in the family that influenced you? about music? Was it somebody there or somebody you seen on TV? Who gave you that inspiration?
So my granny was actually in the 80s, and she inspired me to start singing from a young, kind of where it all started.
So she started off for you. Is she also told you to play the piano too? Where did the piano come from?
The piano album, it was her idea. Because when I was younger, I had some English, and she said instead of pounding the wall, you need to pound these keys. So that's how it all started.
Okay, there you go. So, do you remember the first song you sang, or the first song you played on the piano?
Yes, I do. It was called "The One Call."
Very cool, very cool. 20 years old. I mean, Jackson, you've done a lot of stuff already for your age compared to a lot of people out there that's been trying to do this for a long time. And you know what? I heard you perform incredible. What a great voice, great guy. I think when we met backstage, I think did I not give you a shot of Jack Daniels? I just want to make sure I did. I hope that wasn't out of line. But the poor kid must have been not. 2 years ago, you were 18 and you got a shot of Jack Daniels. I think the last time you were or a year ago. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, let's get to your music here, man. Why the gospel? Why country? Why all that?
For a long time, I actually sang pop music, and I auditioned for American Idol since I was 15, and I never really got anywhere with the pop. A cover of Whiskey Glasses, which is a country song by Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
And they were like, "You should sing country music."
So you changed your direction because it wasn't going anywhere with pop, and you got onto the country thing. And you know what, that voice you got, I mean, wow, that's fantastic. You can do a little bit of everything. So give me the experience. How long did it take you? How was the audition for you to get on American Idol? What was the procedure for some people who don't know?
So American Idol audition was during the magical year of 2020.
Okay.
So the audition, I had to audition for a producer. And that producer, so they sent me into the next room with executive producers, which was a callback. The audition with the executive producers, that's when they say, okay, we like you. We're going to send you to audition in front of the celebrity judges.
So, Jackson, was this first interview live, or were you singing Zoom? Did you actually sing in front of the person?
It was on Zoom in front of the producers.
All right. Isn't that kind of difficult? It's kind of weird sometimes, right? When you're singing on a Zoom, trying to show your emotions and everything. But you know what? When the producers and those people, they can tell if the voice is good no matter what it is. You know what I mean? So you got a call back. So how long did it take for them to call you back?
So after my first year, it took about 2 weeks before I got my callback audition with the executive producers.
And did you sing the same song for both auditions?
First audition, I sang "Beautiful Crazy" by Luke Combs. And then the second audition, I listened, which is a song that I wrote.
Very cool. Now, being 20 years old, Jackson, where did you get your ideas for writing songs? Are there personal experiences, or maybe stuff where that's you're not that old? So where do these stories come from?
They're all personal experiences. All of my songs, I write about just the hardships I've been through, the ups that I've experienced in my life. From a very personal place, because I like to be able to relate my music to my audience. They hear this guy.
See, that's fantastic. So what was it like when you finally got the okay to perform on American Idol? I mean, that feeling must have been very, very, because I remember there was a show called Star Search that I did 25 years ago. So I know what that feeling was when you get that call. Explain to people what that feeling was.
So the day that we got the call that I was in front of the celebrity judges, I just got my license that day. So I was driving on the interstate and I can't pick up the phone. So my mom picks it up and she just starts screaming. She starts crying. I'm like, what? What's wrong? Because I'm thinking I'm doing something wrong on the highway because I just got my license in Hollywood. And I was like, oh my God.
That is fantastic. So not only did you get to be on American Idol, but you got your driver's license all on the same day. Unbelievable.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. That is so cool. Jackson, let me ask you something now. Who were the celebrities that you sang in front of?
Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie.
Very cool. How was that like? What was their reaction when they heard you singing?
So they looked kind of shocked, to say the least. So Luke Bryan actually didn't see that on my audition. So Luke Bryan said yes. And Lionel Rich thinks about it because he was scared that at that point, like maturity wise, that I wasn't ready. If he put me through to the next round, that Hollywood would chew me up and tear anything out of myself.
Aha. So, okay. So you got on the show. You did what you did. That's fantastic. Once, when you got off, what kind of deals, what kind of stuff happened to you after the show? I mean, you obviously got a lot of calls from, did any of your celebrities try to give you a hand and try to suggest things for you to do or something like that?
So now reaching out to me, giving me advice on what to do after the show. I kind of just took my audition, work on my stage presence, stuff like that. But after, I just got a bunch of phone calls from a bunch of different studios wanting to record my music, places in different states wanting me to play there, play their fairs, play their venue, and it's just been a constant roller coaster of shows since my audition, which was a year ago.
Well, see, isn't that a great feeling? And you know what? That's great because now people know about you and you're going to go out and you're going to spread your music everywhere. I mean, when someone says, Jackson, what are you? Are you a country artist? Are you a blues? Are you a gospel? Are you a little bit of both? All three? Could you do all three? So what would you call yourself besides an entertainer?
I would call myself a country artist. I think that's what I've kind of do sing gospel and I sing blues, like you're saying. But primarily probably country.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, support of your family. You don't have a big one, but it has to be hard and right. And you do have, thank God you have a great support of your mom and your family. Your mother's a beautiful, great lady. I met her. So is it hard? It's good that you had the support, but it's hard. It's got to be hard a lot because you guys are in it together, basically. I mean, you're doing all the singing, performing, but they're watching your back. They're making sure everything is going the right way. How is it working with your mom and working with your family?
So, like you were just saying, it's a team effort. She's basically my manager. She's like my momager, is what I call her. Whenever I travel out of state, she comes with me, and my brother will come with me. Most of the, it almost feels like a family vacation every time I have a gig out of state. And as you can imagine, a lot of fun. But I mean, when you're all cooped in the same car for 6-7 hours, it can get a little rough. So,
yeah, it must be good. So wait, but Jackson, who controls the radio? Who controls the radio when you guys are in the car driving to another state?
Typically, it's my mother.
She's the boss. She'll always be the boss. Oh, that's fantastic. Now, Jay, let's get some other stuff. If I Only Knew. What is that about?
So, If I Only Knew is a song that I wrote of mine to suicide. I released it to raise awareness of the talk enough in our current society, and I feel like the only way to help with that kind of it and how it can really affect people.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's a beautiful song, and with the meaning that you said, especially with all the crazy stuff and like the suicides and depression, everybody that kids are going through and people are going through right now, it is just horrible. And sometimes, and not sometimes, but all the time, when there's a problem or when people are going through, what do they go to? They go to music.
Hmm.
Music is what keeps everybody together. Music puts different races, nationalities, customs, whatever, all together. It don't make a difference when you got a song. And isn't that the beauty of music?
Music is in like, yeah, yeah, like exactly what you're saying. Music is just binds us all together. Makes us feel human. Uh, you and meet a complete stranger, but you guys can bond through your love of music and thing. Like for me, I struggled with depression and stuff like that for a few years because I've lost so many people in my lifetime. Like from the time I was 16 to 18, I lost four of my figures and my grandma. So I lost so many people, and music was like that therapy for me to help me get out of that dark place.
Yeah, and you know what? And you're absolutely right. It's amazing what a powerful four chords and some beautiful words can really make a difference. How is it like with your friends, Jackson, or dating? How is that? We're on American Idol. A couple days before you're hanging out at the in a place after school. You're hanging out. Next thing you know, you're on television. I mean, what happened? What changed in your life since all that happened personally for you?
So anytime I go anywhere like within my area, so like Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky, Indianapolis, I get recognized, which is completely different. Like people will say, "Oh my gosh, hey, you're Jackson from American Idol." Like I'll go to McDonald's and they'll be fans of mine and they'll give me free food. Like
Yeah,
it's
there you
stuff
go.
like that. And then
You
it's
gotta love that. Yeah.
yeah, and then like
How is it dating at 20? I mean, do you date? Do you have any girlfriends right now, or any partners, whatever?
so I do have a girl that dating has been like really kind of rocky, so busy, and it's trying to find the time to mix like my personal life is something that I've been trying to get better at.
Well, you know what? Yeah, and take your time. You got plenty of time, Jackson. Enjoy your life. Go out, do what you do. When is the album the LP Storyteller? Is that out yet, or is it going to be out?
So Storyteller is out. It was my first ever EP, and it kind of describes. You can see my journey through the genres, kind of before I finally settled on country. But yeah, it's called Storyteller because the title track of the whole album, and it's basically my life story.
Well, isn't it funny? At the age of 20 years old, you're talking about an LP, an album, which some people don't even know what an album is at your age. So that's pretty cool. And I know the LP is making a comeback in a lot of different sources, but that's very cool. Now, country music that you're singing and believing that, what do you like? Well, obviously at 20 years old, do you ever listen to the old country standards? Which that's my favorite. I don't care for the new stuff as much. I'm more of the old country guy. What do you listen to some of that and as well as some of the new stuff as well?
Yes. So I listen to Keith Whitley, Conway Twitty, to Johnny Cash. Elvis isn't really country, but like I like Elvis.
Oh, you got to love Elvis. Okay, very cool. Now, the Josie Awards, congratulations, Entertainer of the Year. That's pretty cool. I was nominated this year for the show for the Ocean's Pit Show. So it'll be the first time I've been to Nashville, Tennessee. Of course, I've always been to the Jack Daniels part, of Tennessee. But I'm excited because it's going to be at the Grand Ole Opry, Jackson. Now, let me ask you something. How was that your very first opening and walking through those doors, knowing all the legendary entertainers, singer-songwriters that performed there? What was that like?
Honestly, it's crazy, man. It's just the feeling of that legendary place, realizing all the greats that were on that stage before you, and the fact that you're going to be on that stage, glowing, man.
Yeah, it's a very cool thing, and I want to always thank Nick Sahajas for that, and Phyllis, and Josie, and the whole crew there. They do an incredible job, and I was shocked when I got the nomination. I was like, "What?" I thought I must have read it wrong. So, very cool. So let me let me ask you something now. I came up. I didn't come up. I look at Rolling Stone magazine. They came up with the top 10 country artists by album sales. So I'm going to throw some names at you, and I want you to tell me what you think. Okay? Because I know you don't have a lot of time left, and I appreciate you being on the show, brother. All right, number 10, according to Rolling Stone magazine, Florida Georgia Line. Like them? Don't like them?
Oh, I like them. They're pretty solid.
Pretty fine. Just okay. So maybe that's why they made number 10. I know my kids love them. I guess they went on a cruise a few years back with them. So very cool. All right, number 9, Jason Aldean.
I like Jason Aldean a lot.
Okay, very cool. Number 8, Luke Bryan.
Bryan? I mean, he has some good music.
Some good music. Do you like Luke better than Jason, or vice versa?
I like Jason a little bit better than I like Luke.
So. Okay, all right. Okay, no problem. Let's see here. Number 7, Kane Brown. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes, you are, and I do like Kane Brown. He's like a kind of pop versus like country, but he's good.
You've got a little pop there. Okay. Number 6, Blake Shelton.
I don't listen to a lot of Blake Shelton, but I do like a lot.
Okay, and also Blake Shelton, it was kind of sort of considered kind of the older country now compared to some of the, even though he's not that old, but right compared to what's going on there right now. Sure. Carrie Underwood.
I don't listen to a lot of Carrie Underwood, so I don't know.
Okay, so here I was finally wondering. Okay, so far you thought everybody was cool. Why not Carrie Underwood?
So she's good. I've never listened to her personally. Likes Carrie Underwood a lot, but I've never actually taken the time to listen to her music. If I like her, I don't like her.
I got it. Okay, let's go to another female country artist, which is my daughter Gianna's favorite. Taylor Swift comes in at number 3. What do you think about her?
Taylor Swift. She is insanely talented. Very, very incredible songwriter.
And you know what? And she's done it for her age. It looks like she writes for all the personal problems that happen in her life. And that's why some of these songs are so popular, because she's been through all that. Yeah, exactly like what you're going through. All right, let's go to number 2. Rolling Stone magazine said number 2 greatest country artist, Mr. Luke Combs.
Luke Combs, man. Luke Combs is my favorite country singer currently. His voice and his songwriting. I know I said it about a lot of people, but his songwriting is just the best.
And he was number 2. So do you have any idea what number 1 country music, country sales, according to Rolling Stone records? Any idea? Throw a name out there.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan is exactly right. He's number 1, and that's amazing. Now, what makes him so as number 1? Why? Because he is new. What's the difference between him and all these other singers that we mentioned?
Oh, he's newer. Like I think he's been on the scene for about 4 years. The reason, again, his songwriting is relatable, and he has this way about his like a mix of the old stuff,
yeah,
and the new stuff. Like he's really good at, because it's almost like old country and new country is almost like 2 different genres.
Right.
and he mixes them. Just he's incredible.
As he makes him, and he makes him his own, and that's why he's so popular. There's a couple artists that were on here that I was surprised at. Zach Brown, I thought was pretty cool at what he does.
Zach Brown.
Do you were you a Johnny Cash fan?
I am a Johnny Cash fan.
Gotta love you gotta love Dolly Parton. You gotta love Waylon Jennings. You gotta love Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson. There's so many great, legendary. George Strait, Travis Tritt. My God. Were you a Toby Keith fan?
Keith.
You like Toby Keith too, so you love that good stuff. You've been at the Grand Ole Opry. You got your record out. You got storytelling. Besides, we want to say hello to my good friend, our good friend Phyllis Sahajas is on the air right now. Phyllis, thank you so much for putting this together, and thank you for introducing me to Jackson. Of course, when he was involved with the St. Jude's benefit, which was a great success, and what a great concept. How about that, Jackson? Everybody getting together from different parts. And we all had just a ball there, and it was so much fun. I didn't want the night to end.
It was one of the best experiences of all of you guys, and feeling that camaraderie to rally together for such an amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was very cool. I mean, to be involved in that, and what Phyllis and Nick do for St. Jude's every year, and besides what they do for everybody else besides St. Jude's, they're just incredible people. And you are family, exactly. Phyllis says, "No, you're family." And that's what it is. We got that little cult, little following of all craziness people, all put together for one cause, and that's what makes it good. And come on, when you become a multi-millionaire, you're going to say, "Who gave you your first shot of Jack Daniels?" You're going to say Tony Ocean and his bodyguard Dave Antonelli gave me a shot when I was 18 backstage. So anyway, it's going to be so cool. Jackson, what do you got coming up? What's coming up? Where did you just come from? Michigan? Where did you come from?
Yeah, so I had a gig in Michigan. It was free. And I just got back in town, and I'll be playing. If you're from my area, you know where that's at. I'll be playing there, I believe, and then I will be playing Streamcliff.
That's fantastic. Now, Jackson, when you go out right now, are you solo, or do you have a band, or does it depend on the budget?
So I am a solo artist currently together for my bigger shows.
Right.
So currently I'm a solo artist.
Solo artist doing your stuff and what you do. And you do a fantastic job. If they want to find out some videos or website or a number, where do they call to book my good friend Jackson Snelling?
So if you want to book me, or if you want to follow me, just go to www.com. That has all of my links to my YouTube channel, my social medias. It has my business, which you can call to book me. It has my Facebook page on there, which you can message to book me. So www.jacksonsnelling.com, and that has everything there.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, Jackson, you're 20, and if a kid comes up to you now at a young age, what, or even anybody listening, or anybody, what kind of advice would you give them about trying to get into this business?
I would just tell them to never get. Just you're going to hear a lot of those in the industry and the music business. Just keep focused, avoid distractions, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, and it's got to be a little frustrating sometimes to get that bad news or whatever you're saying, trying to get, when you don't make that cut or you don't make that grade. I mean, look, it happens to people at any type of work, not just as an entertainer, but I have to admit, it has to be, I think, Nick Sahaja says, if you want to book Jackson, to give him a call, he only takes 50%. So there you go. Nick Sahaja is on the air as well. But it's a hard job, especially what we're trying to do. to do it for a living. I've been very fortunate. I just celebrated my 30th anniversary doing it. So it's a hard job, but you know what? You got to just keep doing what you're doing. Where do you see yourself? What's the next thing for you? Besides, you already got the storyteller out. You got the song. You're working on new material. What's coming up next?
So I am actually planning on filming another music video for a new single called The Reason. I'm filming that in the next few weeks. So I'm looking forward to that and just releasing a lot of that from me.
Well, that's great. I'm going to ask you one last thing, Jackson. With the crazy world that's going on right now, what's your feeling about everything that's going on? It's so different, and I know it's, you're only 20, but you've been through a lot, and I don't even know what to tell people anymore.
I just feel like the world needs more love, for your fellow human being, and that's just what we're lacking right now. And hopefully, earlier, music can bring people together. So we got to keep putting that music message,
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. My good friend Jackson Snelling, everybody, don't forget to Google or download a Storytellers LP. Listen to the song called If I Only Knew. Find out where he's going to be playing. And are you going to be at the Josie Awards again this year?
Yes, sir. I'll be seeing you there.
That means me, you, Nick, and Phyllis, and my wife Laura will all be at the Grand Ole Opry at the same time. So, Jackson, Jackson, you will be how old in October? 21, 20?
I'll still be 20. I don't turn 21.
Well, then maybe we need to have just a couple more drinks just to get you to 21. We'll help you that day when we're celebrating. And no matter what happens, we're going to be there. We're going to have a great time. Give my best to your mom. Thank you so much, Jackson, for everything you do, brother. Keep singing, keep doing, and we wish you tons and tons of success, brother. God bless you. We love you.
Thanks, man. See you later.
Thank you, brother. You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Snelling. Make sure you check him out. Former American Idol contestant, folks. You got to love him, man. Entertainer of the Year, Josie Awards, GMA Video of the Year. His brand new song is called If I Only Knew. His record is called Storytellers LP. Man, very, very good. That's Jackson Snelling. So, thank you. And for you guys, apologize when we first got him on the show, we couldn't get his audio, so we might have lost some of you, but you can go back and watch this. Kathy's going to be at the Josie Awards as well, so that'll be good. All of us together in Nashville, Tennessee, October 23rd, whatever it is, for the Josie Awards at the Grand Ole Opry. It's going to be a lot of fun, I have to admit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of stuff still to talk about. We don't have much time left, but let's talk. Today is also National Wine and Cheese Day for everybody that loves wine and cheese. Now, I love cheese, but I'm not a wine guy, but I do love cheese. South Carolina is the #1 city to live in the United States. According to Travel Magazine, South Carolina is the #1 city to live in the United States. South Carolina, North Carolina, it's got to be beautiful up there. You know that, if you probably know by now, one of the Tony Ocean family members and on the Ocean Show, the great Rhino Ryan, is moving to North Carolina. In August 27th will be his last show here with us. And then he's off to start his new life in North Carolina. So, of course, we wish him the best. We're going to miss him, not only as a performer and everything he does with us, but as my friend and family friend. I'm going to miss him dearly. We became very close in the years that we were together. But we're going to wish him a lot of luck out there. Gil, I hope to talk to you tomorrow, buddy. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Kathy. So let's get here, folks. How about a little funny joke? A cop pulled me over and said, "You know how fast you were going?" And I said, "Not fast enough because you caught me." So every now and then, I love the old great jokes by Vito Zotto that he posts on his Facebook page every day. All right, let's get to some serious stuff here, folks. All right. This is so weird. what's going on. And I don't know what the cause of it is, but I'm sure you might have heard it all over social media, folks. Former South Carolina quarterback, MVP Phil Riley, died at the age of 43 years old. Now, do you guys also know what happened, folks? 3 former football players died in the last 7 days. So that's 4 formerly football players have died at a young age. This guy, gentlemen, he was the MVP for South Carolina. Phil Petty, 43 years old. Why did they die? They don't know right now. Some people are speculating that it could have been the stress of being in the football, getting hit, the trauma in the head and stuff. But some people say it was from the vaccination shot. This is all stuff that's coming up on the page. We won't know right now, but someone might want to look into that. It's just kind of very weird that one of them dies at the age of 43, and 3 former football players of that time died in the last 7 days. So that's 4 football players. It's got to be. It's something that's going to be on people's minds for a long time till they figure out what's going on with that. Let's go with some birthdays if we can, folks. My good friend Lisa Scalfidi. Lisa, happy birthday, Lisa. Norman Lear, the great TV producer, would have been 100 years old. The great Norman Lear, All in the Family, and so many other great TV shows. Helen Mirren, a great actress, turned 76 years old today. How about Ethel Mertz, or Vivian Vance, her real name, of course, from the I Love Lucy show, celebrates her birthday. Our good friend and fellow judge in Illinois, here in Chicago, the great Lisa Marino, celebrates her birthday. Lisa, I hope you are well and having a great day. You can always go and do the shows there. Absolutely, KJ. Great interview. Thank you, Kathy. They were forced with it, Carol. That's what some people are saying. It is. Sandra Bullock, a great actress, turns 58 years old today. You don't see her out doing too many movies anymore. Sandra Bullock. Jeremy Piven, make sure I pronounced that right, turns 57 years old. A great action star, Jackson Slatham, turns 55 years old. Looking guy with the bald hair, boy, that guy, he looks good when you see him kicking people's ass. It was very cool. Kate Beckinsale turns 49 years old, another great actress. I want to thank my friend right now, Paul Luca, from Gold Coast Tickets. Thank you for hooking my friend Dave up with a daughter for the Lollapalooza. And Paul, if you're listening, I did text you and might need one more for Thursday. So just throwing that out there. Anyway, folks, here you are, Ocean's Pit. Good afternoon. Well, AMA, good afternoon to you too. And glad you guys are turning into Ocean's Pit Monday through Friday. Passports. There's the question. How many people listening today, or how many people you know that have a passport? Some people say don't. They're saying a lot of Americans don't have a passport. Oh, yeah. Thank you, too. Oh, you got to love it. Thank you, Lindsay. Hope to see you guys tonight at Rosario's. Anyway, passports. Do you need, how many people have passports? We have them. I have them. I know my wife has them. Some people say they don't have a passport. I don't know. I think everybody should have a passport. Kathy says she has one. All right. Very cool. Let's go down to, according to Chicago, Carol says she does not have one. Okay. There you go. Let's talk about Chicago Tribune. Marijuana, pot sales, tax revenue is up 50% past last year. It's Antonio from Lake Geneva. I thought I would stop by. Well, Antonio from Lake Geneva, how you doing, buddy? Antonio, the young kid we met at the concert in the park in Lake Geneva. Good-looking kid. I got your information, Antonio, and hopefully we're going to get you on the show to hear some of your talented stuff that you do. Thank you for coming out that day to the concert in the park, Antonio. AMA. All right, so marijuana sales up and tax 50% from last year. You know who's making money, folks? This is the business they'll probably be in. You ever notice that when times are down, what makes money? Cigarettes, alcohol, gentlemen's clubs, and marijuana. It seems that always makes money when everything goes down because everybody needs their cigarettes or their cigars. Everybody's going to go to a bar and drink. I mean, it's crazy as it is. There's never a shortage in cigarettes or alcohol. Ever notice that? Never a shortage on that. So crazy as it is. And here's another piece of shit, folks. We talk about people with power. According to ABC, Stephen Buyer, ex-congressman from Indiana, ladies and gentlemen, he was making purchases of Sprint stocks into March of 2018. So he's being arrested, folks. He was golfing with the CEO of T-Mobile. And T-Mobile, they were in the discussion while they were golfing. Of course, they said that they were going to purchase Sprint. So this insider trading is what he's getting in trouble for. I mean, 9 counts they're getting him on insider trading. How many people are saying that? A lot of people are doing that right now. Here's a perfect example. Our Governor Pritzker here in Illinois, at one particular time when everybody was wearing the masks, those masks were made by the Pritzker family company. Also, supposedly the bricks that were thrown during the rioting and looting, saying some of those bricks were actually made from the Pritzker company. So that's insider trading. That's people making money with advantages, taking advantage of stuff that's going on, which is really good. What happened to Nancy? Rosanna, nothing happened to Nancy with her insider trading. You're absolutely right. I never got out of the country. Furthermore, never traveled, Albert. So that's why you don't have one. Okay. So yeah, insider trading. Martha Stewart, she went to jail for that. She actually went away to jail for that. They caught her and she actually went to jail. But there's a lot of people who are doing it. This congressman is definitely going to go to jail. But I guarantee that Nancy Pelosi will not be going to jail, folks. So that's just me. It might not mean anything, but that's what I mean. Now here, ABC. There's a lady named Santeri Weeks. And the police said, went into her house and said, did you hear a shot? Yes. And she used the word F. I'm not going to say fuck him, but anyway, she said fuck him. He was a child molester. And this is exactly what she said to the police officer after somebody shot him. You know, kudos. Finally, somebody gets their due. Just my opinion. That was ABC. All right. Now, folks, top 7 top 7 U.S. cities that home buyers are trying to leave. They're trying to move. And tomorrow when I have my wife Laura on, well, she'll get more into details. But these are the top 10 cities that, if you mention these cities, these are big cities, folks. A lot of stuff going on, and people are dying to leave these cities. Now, this is according to Redfin. Redfin is a real estate company here in the Chicagoland area, which my wife works for. And these are the top 10 places that people are dying to leave. Dying to leave, trying to leave, running to leave. And listen, before COVID hit, 300 people were leaving the state of Illinois. Before the whole pandemic, before the riots. So here's a list of top 10 places. Minneapolis, number 10. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, they want to leave. 9. Number 8, Denver, Colorado. People want to leave Denver. Number 7, Detroit. Detroit, people are running to leave Detroit. Number 6, Boston. People are dying to get away from Boston. Seattle, number 5. Washington, D.C., number 4. New York City comes in at number 3. Los Angeles, California comes in at number 2. And the number 1 state that people want to get out of, or city to get out of, San Francisco. Number 1, they want to get out of these big cities. And of course, with everything happening, I can totally understand inflation and crime and everything that's going on in all these cities. People are trying to get away from it. And, years ago, to make it anywhere would be LA, California, go to Chicago, go to New York. And now people are running from these places. And it's probably only going to get worse, folks. Yesterday during the show, and I'm sure if you guys were at home yesterday, when ABC came on, and had the Amber Alert. And we went on 2 or 3 times while the show was on yesterday. And about the 3-year-old girl from Maywood Park that it was abducted. Another child abducted. This was in Maywood Park. It was all over the Amber Alert yesterday on TVs, on your phones. High crime, Suzanne, in all those cities. Yeah, absolutely. And here, a 3-year-old girl abducted from her own family. Just horrible. I don't know. It's just crazy what's going on. And ticket prices for ticket sales. They were posting prices of Adele and Bruce Springsteen. Some guy posted where he was sitting, which was not that far from the stage, but not that close either. And it was almost like $3,000 for tickets that close for Bruce Springsteen. He's getting a lot of slack right now for his prices. And a lot of other artists are too. Adele, even Cheap Trick tickets. They said they were like $500-$600 for Cheap Trick tickets up that close. And and they're one of my favorite bands. And I love Bruce Springsteen, his music. Don't care for his political views, but I love him, his music. And but $3,000, I mean, it's just crazy what people are charging for tickets. And not only for concerts, but let's go at sports events. And we just went through during the week the whole sports event thing. And it's just sad. It really is. It's sad because families can't go out and enjoy things that are happening. And it's just sad. It'll never be the same. Or come on, kids, let's go to the ballpark. Oh, come on, kids, let's go see a band or see an artist. It's just too much money. Nobody is worth $3,000. Ridiculous. Roseanne, I agree. Did you notice the states are Democratic states? John, I did not notice that, but you did make a point now. Wow, I did not know that. Thank you, John, for pointing that out right here, ladies. And I did not even know that. There you go. So let's hope, folks. Monkeypox. They're saying monkeypox, if you don't screw around with a monkey for 2 weeks, it will flatten the curve. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you. Another one for the great Vito Azzato. You're watching Ocean Spit. We are almost out of time, folks. Here is a couple things that if people are still not comfortable with shaking hands, here are facts. Facts is going to make it easier for you when you bump into somebody you know, or whether you like them or not. Here you go, folks. In a high five, if you high five somebody, it's 50% less bacteria than a handshake. A high five is 50%. So you might want to do the high five. If the high five is not good for you, the fist pump. The fist pump when you meet somebody that you haven't seen in a while is 90% less bacteria than a handshake. So there you have two choices. You have the high five, which is 50% less bacteria. You have the fist pump, which is 90% less bacteria. Or the best one, which is 100% less bacteria, is the middle finger. The middle finger is, well, no way you can touch the person and you can tell them if you like them or not. Great fun facts here on Ocean Spit. Anyway, folks, it's come to the end of the hour for us, and I just want to thank our guest, Jackson Snelling, country singer. His new song called If I Only Knew on the record Storytellers from Indiana. He was on American Idol in 2020 in March. And you got to go check this kid out, man. The voice he has. Yeah, I think he's going to be one of the next country stars at his age. American Idol, man. Pretty good. His favorite country singer was Morgan Walden. He likes him. I don't know what he is, but he's got a great voice. So make sure you check out Jackson Snelling, folks. Tomorrow, my lovely wife, of course, Laura Ocean, will be on. And then Friday, Daryl Armenstad, the professor, will be on. And now we're going to not talk about just his music, but a lot of things that Daryl Armenstad has done non-musically. He was in charge of Allstate for many, many years. He's vegan for many, many years and still is. He climbed a bunch. He's a giant mountain climber, track, just a lot of stuff. Interesting stuff in the mind of Daryl Armenstad, who's going to be our guest on Friday. All right, folks. Anyway, we got to go. I want to thank you all for watching, folks. Let's not forget to Tonight we'll be at Rosario's. Friday, Chicago Prime. And Saturday we'll be at Taverna on Division. I want to thank the last of our sponsors, folks. Don't forget our good friends from Portillo's. Our son Joe just got back from Texas. Nonprofit organizations, folks, looking to raise some money. Call Joe at 224-636-3646, or it's jfankportillos.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, also, folks, let's not forget Patriot Funding Incorporated. When timing is everything. If you're looking for commercial money lending at its finest, Patriot Funding Incorporated. Call Dave Antonelli at 630-675-4730. They're out of Roselle, Illinois. I want to thank you all, folks. Go out and please support live entertainment, support local establishments, buy local, shop local, and the great words of Sir Richard Starkey, better known as Ringo Starr. Peace and love. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.